Alright, hello YouTube, this is Intensive Miko here doing a really quick mod spotlight on the Better Than Wolves mod. Quite simple mod, you know, it's got a lot of good features to it though. So some of the first things are like gearboxes for specific things, hibachi, lights for hemp farms, and this is hemp over here, saw blades, axles, panels, hand crank, which is like you can use these for a whole bunch of other things. You've got little different pieces of molding that it also comes with. Comes with companion cube instead of wolves because it says Better Than Wolves. Platform, pulleys, so you put rope in here. A bellows, not a hand crank, but like a It's like a hand crank, it's a millstone, but it does it automatically. You've got a turntable, so it turns things around when powered. This is basically the exact same thing as the lit up version, just not powered by a power source. These are a couple new of the rails that they put in. These are hemp fibers, not fibers, but pieces. And I implemented a few of these things in a house that I built over here. It's kind of a distance away, but I don't know if you just saw that, but there's a couple of other little things that got added in. There's nether coal, which I forgot to put out. So let me quickly get some of these things. So nether coal, it's just something you can use with coal. I think this is hemp. That's flour. This is hemp fibers. Scoured leather, which is like putting leather in the millstone. And one of the really cool things, donuts. Yummy, yummy donuts. Rope. Rollers, which I really don't know what you do with. These are for making windmills and whatnot. Water wheel. I'll show. Actually, I've just walked past what I was supposed to show you, so hold on. Let me reorganize my inventory here. There's scoured leather and tanned leather, which I don't really see the difference, but this is basically what the water wheel is. You just place it on, like, you hook it up to that is the gearbox with an axle connected, and that's basically what this is connected to. It has to be 5 long and 2 deep. You can only go 3 axles without actually breaking the gearbox, so if you place more than 3 in a row, like this, so you get 2, 3, so if you place one more, it just blows up. It just blows up to in a whole bunch of little pieces. Over here is the saw blade working off of another water wheel, and basically to do this you can use stone, I think. You can, oh, well, guess not, but you can put a saw under there and you can put wood on top. Maybe I'll show you that just in case, so you know it works. Gotta get a saw blade, gotta get one of these, and we'll get some of these. Oops. Alright, let's get this. And to place it down straight, you have to jump on to put it, or else it won't work. So basically just place it on and it'll break it into pieces. That's a panel. You can break it up even further into like pieces of molding, and even to really small pieces, and then even to even smaller pieces like this, so it's like little corner pieces. And so that's all hooked up, and basically with this Better Than Wolves mod, to make everything work properly, I had to install another mod. Well, not to work properly, but just so it made it easier with redstone wiring. Wireless redstone. I'll put the link to the link to the Minecraft forum that I got these from in the description. And basically they're all powered off one water wheel, and whenever the thing is puffing out black smoke, you know it's working. Here's another cool thing, it's called a cauldron. So if you put like things like meat and whatnot in there, instead of having to switch between like you have one cooked and stuff, you don't have to switch it, which is really nice. So it just automatically cooks it all. So if you go off on an adventure and you just want to keep things cooking, you just leave a whole bunch in there and it cooks it. And basically this is how I work it. It's the hibachis that I showed you earlier out there, and just basically I have it hooked up to this one switch, and you flip the switch and it turns on, but there's a piece missing out there, I guess. It's just really cool. You need receivers, which receives the current to turn on the redstone, and you need a transmitter, which makes it send. I'll probably put a download link for the actual world that I built here, so if you want to check it out. And here's sort of a bunch of mumbo jumbo for making an elevator. I'll show you the elevator before I show you this mechanics. Basically this is it. I'm not sure if you can place things on it. I tried, it didn't really work, but anyway, so I placed mine there, and I flick the switch and it goes down. And see, there's a pulley right there, which I showed you at the beginning, with rope dropping out, connected to an anchor. And just more platform, and it just goes straight down to the bottom here. And there's a cave here that I haven't really searched. I just sort of built a wall there just so that if you do download this map and you just have to keep using it just because you don't want to make it yourself, that's cool too. And it just, another thing that's cool about this is you can actually climb the rope, which I'll show you in a couple of minutes. So the corner molding pieces, the other little molding pieces, this is glue, this is a sail, belt, I don't know what you can do with this, or strap or something, or whatever, I don't know what you can do with them. But you come in here and just a bunch of mumbo redstone jumbo. You have your T flip-flop, just basic, you know, nothing really fancy about it, just using these all 2 receivers here and then 2 transmitters. My one transmitter is behind this block right here, so it's right there, and then there's redstone connected to the thing, and there's one at the bottom as well. Because it makes it easier than sending redstone current all the way down to the very bottom. I just use the redstone, wireless redstone, which makes it a lot easier for tasks. It's just a really easy T flip-flop that I built, and it's powered by a water wheel back here. You have to connect I think it was the outputs to one of the gearboxes, and you have to hook up the T flip-flop to all your buttons, because the T flip-flop is what turns on the power. So that's kind of interesting. There's nothing... The windmill is another thing that I forgot to implement, but it just... Basically all it is a really tall tower, which I guess I could build one fairly quickly if I did this. So let me sleep in this bed in here, because it's no good doing it at night. Again, this was just a really quick thing. Like, I spawned all the items to make it because I didn't want to worry about having to find all the items and whatnot to build it with. So, just gonna get some stone here and come out straight out, and we'll just build one straight up because it doesn't do anything really. I mean, if I powered it, like, it will be powered because it's a windmill, but you have to rig it up with a whole bunch of like axles and all that other stuff to make it work. Well, not work, but to make it what would you, to make it, God, I hate this. See, it just goes, it places it, it's a ginormous windmill. I've made a lot of larger scales of this before it was like designed and everything, and it worked very well. Like, I mean, I've rigged it so it just goes straight down the center sometimes. Other than that, I really don't see the use for anything else. Like, I mean, the bellows is one thing I didn't implement. The turntable I didn't get to implement. I didn't implement the hemp farm. But basically, to use your hemp farm, it either has to be outside or it has to be have lights over the top of it. That's one of the things. Companion cube isn't in there. You know, so there's nothing really too interesting about this mod other than, like, I mean, it's interesting. It's one of the things Notch probably should implement. I know it's probably not the most interesting video to do ever, but I'm going to do a tutorial later on how to do all these things. First of all, I'll probably try and do one without the wireless redstone, and I may do one with it. With redstone, with wireless redstone, it makes it a lot easier. but otherwise it's quite easy either way. So I hope you had a good time watching this, and I'm going to make a tutorial later on, so please feel free to watch that if you really want to know how to make all of these interesting but not very intricate things. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. See you later.